It's always weird whenever you haven't been on camera to just get on again. And a lot has happened in the past few months. If you've been following me for a while, you know that, you know, just like when I'm going through certain seasons, sometimes I can come in, post, sometimes I just retreat. Yeah, I mean, I miss being on here. I miss interacting with you guys. I mean, YouTube was kind of like my place where I would be like so inspired and creative. And I also wanted to really show, like, you know, the reality of what some transitions look like, especially because I started this when I was in college. So yeah, now we're here, married with a kid. And yeah, I just don't want it to seem like, I don't want to ever make it seem like the journey through all those phases have been like smooth, because it definitely has not. I've grown tremendously, like especially within this past year. I think is like, I mean, I've been like stretched to the mat, to the point where I was just like, this is just, can we just hold off the stretching a little bit? But anyway, I just wanted to kind of update you guys on what's been going on these past few months. I don't even know where to start, really. A lot of good and a lot of not so great. I guess let's start from like the last time. So my mom stayed from August until February, like the beginning of February. And yeah, she was here for a great amount of time, which was amazing. Around when she came is when we started dealing with Cairo's health. It started off with his skin. It started off as like mild eczema. Medically it's called, I think it's atopic dermatitis. So at first we just thought it was, you know, rashes here and there, and we were just dealing with it, and eventually it just didn't go away. Nothing was working. We would go to the doctors, they wouldn't really understand what's not working. Actually, Patricia Bright went through the same experience too, so if you guys watch her, she definitely talked about it. So yeah, basically, long story short, it just started off very slowly, but it ended up getting so severe that like Cairo was literally so miserable. He was itching from the inside out. He was really suffering. It was also so bad because he needed a lot of comfort, because he was just so, he was in pain, he was itching a lot. And at that time he was still in my room, so I would just be nursing him a lot just to like help. And then we discovered that he has actual allergies, so like what I was eating was affecting him. And by the way, sorry if this is just like really scrambly. I haven't really like sat down to actually like really narrate all this, even with like family and friends. It's really been like, there's not really been a moment to just like sit down and like really say what's happening. So yeah, it was just like a lot. So he was like also growing really fast, like chubby wise, and that's because he was really nursing to soothe himself and comfort himself. But I mean, you guys, he was literally scratching almost, I mean, he would scratch non-stop. Like, it would be very rare for me to look at him and he's not itching. He would scratch himself so hard that he would bleed. Like in the middle of the night, like I would touch the pillow and see that it's wet, and I would like shine a torch, you know, just to see, because it's dark. And I mean, there was like blood everywhere. He's crying, I mean, really crying. He would never ever get 2 hours of sleep. Like, that's like every 2 hours he would just wake up because he's just so uncomfortable. We would have to put mittens on him so that he doesn't scratch. He would even have to sleep in the same bed as us. Yeah, we just co-slept the whole time because he just needed comfort. He needed to be next to us, and he just also needed us to, like, you know, kind of hold his hands, or like, you know, tell him it's gonna be okay whenever he'd be itching. We tried almost, I mean, I can't even tell you, literally everything. I mean, I joined all these like groups on Facebook with moms that are dealing with the same thing, and they just shared a bunch of different, I mean, I can't even list how many things we tried to do. Over 20 different things, whether they were like, you know, of course I was starting to go at the holistic route first, and then that just was not working. And then you know, we at the same time were really doing a lot of like gut treatment with his doctor. So we were trying to cure it internally, because it's like you can't just put a bandage on it, but because it really was like a serious internal issue that was showing up on the outside. Yeah, on top of that, like you know, to hear from the doctor that what I was eating as well could possibly be affecting him was really hard for me to like really digest. And I mean, I said, what do I need to do to like make sure he's good? And we did so many food sensitivity and allergy tests, and he had about, maybe I would say like 15 different things come up, from apples, avocado, cucumber, sweet potato. Man, there's a whole list. Like, we stick it on the fridge at all times, but those are all things that I had to avoid, like spinach, lettuce, dairy, just a lot of different things. Oh, the biggest one was gluten. Gluten was the main thing. Yeah, I mean, pastas, bread, anything to do with that has gluten. I'll put the list here if you guys want to know what foods do contain gluten, because it's a lot of different things. And then in the States as well, a lot of foods do have gluten. Like, you'll find like French fries that have like a breadcrumb coat. It's not even a breadcrumb coating, it's just like a seasoning that has gluten in it. So I mean, I would be calling restaurants all the time, or you know, if we were deciding to go somewhere, I would just call and just see if they use gluten in their food, or if they have a gluten-free menu. So yeah, I mean, doing all that definitely caused me to drop a lot of weight very quickly, and eventually he's just started getting a bit better. If you know someone who's struggling with eczema, or their baby, or even adults as well, there's this regimen that we've been on for the past since Thanksgiving, which is November, which has literally changed our lives like completely. And then fast forward a month later, this is when it got really bad. There was one day when I think his formula ran out. Another thing I didn't mention is that a lot of formulas have gluten in them, or a lot of other chemicals that the doctor wasn't sure that he'd be able to withstand, so we also had to make our own formula. Yeah, you know, formula just seems like this very complicated thing. So the fact that we had to make our own, I mean, there's so many, it was just like so hard to grasp, but we've been on it for a while and he's growing just fine. But there's this other one that we bought from Germany. The doctor got us to get one from Germany, and it was kind of like backup, you know, like if we needed to give him formula, or I needed to stop breastfeeding, that's what we would give him. So it checked all the boxes. We're like, cool. So we gave him the formula, and this in turn really turned into like what could possibly be the worst day of my life, because he went into anaphylactic shock. Am I saying it right? I don't know. He went into that, which meant that he had a severe reaction to either the dairy within that formula, where he couldn't breathe. He was kind of just choking and becoming weaker. You know, my mom is someone who never panics, but she said, you know, we have to call 911. I have to call 911. And I was like, wait, what? Like, the minute she said that, I was in total disbelief, and just like my whole world shifted completely. And I mean, they were just trying to like, get him to breathe while I was on the phone, and I really couldn't speak. Like, the whole thing was really what you can imagine it to be. It was really tough. It's really hard. Getting a little choky, but no, I mean, oh, it's fine. It's really fine, you know. Everything worked out because eventually, in the last possible seconds, he just like vomited everything out and immediately just came back to life. It's just, yeah, everything just shifts from that day. You kind of just understand what really matters, and yeah, so yeah, that's just what we've been dealing with this health, which has gotten so much better. We've been seeing a lot of different people for it, but yeah, I just wanted to share that because yeah, it's just you know, I'm not putting this out there for any sympathy. I wanted to put this or say what's been really happening with that because it's a very isolating thing. Yeah, unless you're really in someone's shoes, it's really hard to get how stressful it is that you're trying everything, but and no matter what health condition it is, it's just, you know, when you're in that zone of like really trying to figure out what's happening or what's wrong. And especially babies, you know, babies can't talk, they can't really say anything. It's up to you to do everything in your power to protect them. I don't want it to seem like it's just been like a steady uphill, like, especially because it's just human, yo, it's life. A lot of good still, you know, just super grateful for just having my mom and just like a lot of support during all that. And yeah, another update I guess is that so the past few months Luke and I have been on this entrepreneurship journey together. It's tough, super tough, especially when it's a team of, you know, more than like 8 people. I mean, it would be tough whether it's like 2 people, you know. It's just something we've been doing together. Definitely taken a lot of work. It's like a whole different other baby, you know, and I'm sure we'll be able to talk about it sometime in the future. But for now, I just wanted this video to just really touch on like updates. But yeah, I mean, I think it definitely works out. I'm so grateful that we're in it kind of together. A lot of mental strength is needed as well because you can have a lot of doubt, there's a lot of fear. Anyway, just wanted to touch on that a little bit. And I mean, Cairo's super healthy. Everything is just like going really great. You know, it's just about keeping your head up, and it's just this journey, man. This journey called life. Wow. Hey, whew. Whew. Yeah, that's just a couple of life updates. I don't want to say that I am back. I want to say that I am trying to get back. Whatever is going to happen will happen, you know. At the end of the day, it's not the end of the world, but I am putting out an intention to make time to be able to do those things. The past year has just been a series of like shifting, like everything's shifting. So that's my goal, to just kind of like settle, because I feel like I've just been in this like boat or roller coaster where it's literally like nothing's really settled, you know. And I'm a Taurus, yo, like we need routine and yeah, anyway, it's getting there, definitely getting there. Finally, Cairo is sleeping at least through the night, which is amazing. Just like when his skin got better, we all like, you know, mutually were like, you know what, this is time, like he can definitely go and sleep in his crib. So he's been out of the room, and yeah, so yeah, yo, hey, I need a break, I need a vacation. I'm trying to plan a vacation for May, and I'm just like anyway, just thought I would update. I feel really good getting on here and just like talking through that. I hope you guys are great as well. Leave an emoji or a heart or something, just letting me know that you've also kind of been going through, you know, just processing whatever it is you're processing, and you know, you have hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel and you're doing good. Definitely want to know, because there's just a lot of like silence with like a lot of things and just issues that we may be dealing with. So I'm definitely just sending you light and love, lots and lots of it. Yeah, thank you guys for riding with me. Hopefully be back soon, and yeah, I'll definitely catch you guys. Bye.